Let me share with you a story that really happened, and it happened to me. I enjoy driving my motorbike, but I only started biking when I turned 50. I was once driving on a mountain road with plenty of hairpin bends when I entered the curve at an excessive speed. The bike tended to continue its course in a straight line, and I felt panic as my gaze was stuck on the ravine on the other side of the road. It was a matter of milliseconds. It looked like a slow motion movie was playing in my head. The bike was driving me straight into a desperate situation. It was then that suddenly came back to my mind a recommendation from my instructor. When you're driving a bike, always keep your gaze in the direction you want to follow. Immediately, I turned my gaze from the ravine and set it back to the end of the bend. Like in a miracle, the bike followed suit. It stooped in the curve the way bikes are supposed to do when they are driven by a skilled pilot, and I was safe. Dear Toastmasters, and most welcome guests. Henry Ford once said, if you really set your mind on anything, it is impossible to prevent you from getting what you want. Our mind tends to accomplish what we have in mind it would happen. This is underlying the concept of the self-realizing prophecy. Raise your hand if you never had such an experience. Now, this is true both if you have positive or negative attitudes. In fact, our mind is our best accelerator and our worst brake. It is a tool, and our results depends on how we use it. For our brain, a vividly imagined experience corresponds to a truly lived experience. Our imagination creates synapses in the brain similar to those that are created in a truly lived experience. Feel strange? Grant me your attention, please. Now, close your eyes and think of a lemon cut in half and squeeze it in your mouth. Always with your eyes closed. Now, taste the lemon in your mouth. What does it taste like? What is the feeling in your mouth? Is there some saliva? That is because your brain responds to imagination just as it does to reality, because it cannot distinguish between imaging and real stimuli. Humans have Velcro on the negative thoughts and Teflon for the positive ones. This is due to a strong tendency to hold back negative emotions and not to value enough the positive ones. Now, the good news is that we can positively influence our thoughts, and that will help us reaching our goals and live a more fulfilling life. We need to raise awareness of how our mind works. Awareness is the key to recognizing and curbing a negative attitude and switch to a positive one. Be careful in recognizing negative thinking at the very beginning when it starts forming. It's all a matter of beliefs. That sense of internal certainty about what we think it is true or not. Beliefs about others, and even more critical about our own identity, about ourselves. What we think of ourselves is probably what we are going to accomplish. This applies positively, but also negatively, and we need to pay attention to these mechanisms. If I have a negative belief, it is better not to do things that our mind will lead us to fail. We better first create the favorable conditions for achieving the results we are pursuing. Before doing something, it is good to put yourself in a positive attitude. Believe in yourself, because if you think you can do it, you will surely be right. Yes, you can. Dear Toastmasters, if I'm here tonight to tell you my story and to share my thoughts, it is probably because that day it was my mind driving my bike and not my bike driving my mind. Take control of your mind. Be positive and grateful. And you will set your foundation for a successful and fulfilling life.